Hello everyone, this is Abdul Asif and today we are going to study business study chapter number 2, principles of management. So let's study principles of management today. So meaning of management principles. Management principle is a board and general guidelines for decision making and behavior. For example, while deciding the promotion of an employee, manager may consider seniority, while the others may follow the principle of merit. It's something that management principle may consider the general guidelines and decision making. See, to follow management, there are certain criteria and guidelines taken given by the authorities. And deciding the promotion of an employee, one manager may consider seniority. Yes. In developing and understanding meaning of principles of management, useful to know these different scientific principles, values, techniques of management. So now, in order to make these principles of management pass on to the others, now we will understand what is principles of the management and what is management's rules and regulations. So let's see what is it. So we have management principle is a board general guideline for decision making and behavior. For example, while deciding, this we have studied. Management principle versus pure science principle. See, management principles and pure science principles are different. Management principle is very flexible. This is like changeable and very dynamic in nature, whereas principles of science are very rigid. They cannot be changed, they are constant. Management principles are very applied with creativity. Management principles are changing according to the personalized behavior, and they are basically on the human nature. So human nature never stays constant. That's why it's always creative and applied, customized. Scientific principles are applied on the absolute or static manner. The scientific principles are applied on the same, always the same way as one formula is written, and it is to be returned in the same way in the next like question it is used, and the way should be followed in the same way, like the method should be same, like E is equal to mc square. Now the derivation formula should be same, it cannot be changed. But whereas management principles can be changed, they are flexible. Management principles have to keep pace with the changing environment. Scientific principles do not change with the time. See, scientific principle now is E is equal to mc square, changing according to the environment. If the environment is getting depleted or ozone layer is getting depleted, is it changing? No. But management principle keeps up changing according to the changing people and time, changing trends. Yes. Management versus pure management versus management techniques. So what is management? Management principles are guidelines for the action. Management principles are guidelines for the action. What does it mean? They are the actions, like how to do, what to do, when to do, why to do. These are the guidelines in the management principles. Management technique or management techniques are the methods and procedures which involve series of steps to be performed to accomplish goal. Okay, so what is the management techniques? It is a method and procedure which involves series of steps to be performed to accomplish a goal. Management principles are more flexible. What is management principle? It's more flexible, and it As always, it can be changed. Management techniques. How can a manager do his work? It cannot be changed. The how can manager train employee? It can change, but manager's work cannot be changed. Manager's work is to manage people, but manager's job is to managers uh, manager's principle is to management principle changes because manager can think something different of his job, and he can also guide the people in other ways, like some manager handles his employees good way and some manager handles it in bad way. So this can also be the criteria in this. Management principle versus values. What are the management principles and the values? So guess it. What are the management principles and values? Management principles are guidelines for the managerial action. Management principles are the guidelines for the managerial action. What does it mean actually? So there are the set of actions to be done in the management is called management principles. Values are the general rules for the behavior. It's an policy of the company to behave like this or like that according to the company's set of rules. And management principles are technical in nature. Management principles are technical in nature as these are performed after research in work situation. Management are more technical because these are based on personalized application and practice and creativity. Practice and creativity means what? It repeats itself always. So the manager gains more experience with it, and it becomes more technical and efficient. Okay, values are ethical in nature as behavior of people have to fulfill social and ethical responsibility towards society. So see, values are the general to be followed, like general to be followed. People already know how to behave, how to do, and they have to behave according to it. Okay, guys, sorry for the interruption, but people have to behave according to it. So, nature as a behavior of people have to fulfill the ethical responsibility and towards the society. Okay, towards the society. Then we have nature feature characteristics of management principles. What are the nature features and characteristics of the manager principle? These are the universal application. Management principles are universally applicable. Okay, it's pervasive, it's needed in the all organization, not in a specific organization only. It's always needed in each and every organization in order to fulfill their responsibilities, in order to fulfill their responsibility and to follow a successful organization's path. Okay, general guidelines should be followed. Management principles provide general guidelines formed by practice and experimentation. Management principles are formed by various types of practices and experimentation. It is formed by years of practice because some people have noticed and observed the management techniques and principles they have made according to it. Okay, it is flexible in nature, as management principle changes according to the dynamic changing environment. Mainly behavior management, like I said, management deals with people, so people's behavior doesn't always stay same. it always changes, so it's mainly based on behavior. If people work good, the management also will work good and the company will also grow good. Okay. Cause and effect relationship. What is the cause? That will be the effect of the management principles. See, if the management principles are followed strongly, then the effect will be that all the people are following the management guidelines and the work is done successfully, because management principles are based on practice and experimentation, so they are the perfect suitable guidelines to be followed as a successful company can follow. Contingent management principles are contingent and dependent upon the situation prevailing in the organization. See, management principle can change, like it can, like for example, if an employee has if an employee has got an injury in the workplace, then the supervisor can take actions without the uh, permission of uh, any other super head any other head of the department, because he is the immediate he is the immediate boss for that thing there. Okay. So, significance. What is the importance of management? Providing manager with useful insights into reality. It provides managers how employees behave, how to deal with employees, how to get the work done with the help of employees. So it provides management and useful insights. Optimum utilization of resources. The resources are used more optimally than using it without knowing the management principles, because management principles sets the clear rules and guidelines to follow, and it helps in optimum utilization because it is based on experience. So if the experience is more and the changing environment is also used in it, it adds more an useful tool. It's more efficient, we can tell. Management principles are more efficient in nature. Scientific decision. The decisions are taken scientifically, means it's based on the facts and it speaks facts actually. The management principles, see, we will study the management principles, but I will tell you one principle, that is unity of command. Each and every person should follow only his or her immediate supervisor or boss. So that is a principle which is made in order to reduce the time wastage. If the people will go in different to different people, the people will confuse whom to follow and whom not to follow, and also the people also the managers who are guiding, they will also confirm that what the other orders have been given by other people to their employees who are working under that manager. So that's it, reduces confusion. Meeting changing environment requirements. So I have told you it's dynamic in nature, so it changes according to the people's trends and nature. And then fulfilling social responsibility, it follows eco-friendly, it provides insight to the firm, that the principal help the firms to follow and and procedure which doesn't harm any environment or any human also. So it provides social responsibility, that human should always be respected, and also every human is equal. That is also root in the principles. And we will study in the further one. Management training and education research. See, what is the management training, education and research? See, management provides, if we follow management principles, we will obviously learn what is management principle. Then we will develop a sense of managerial knowledge in our mind, because we will get to know how to get work done by people, and how to handle people by management principles, by using management principles, methods of management. So we have gotten here. We now let's drink water. We have some set of questions and then we will do it. The principle of management can be changed according to the prevailing situation in the organization. This shows the management principles are. See, the principles of management can be changed according to the prevailing situation in the organization. So, what is it telling? It's showing its flexible nature. This shows the management principles are A. Flexible, scientific, B. Behavioral, D. Universal. So, I think the answer will be flexible. While conducting a survey, Rajiv observed that although there were divisions of every work in the factory he visited, see what Rajiv observed that there was a division of work in every factory he visited, but the extended of division of work varied from factory to factory depending upon the demand of the situation. Which feature a principle, which feature of principle is highlighted above? See, so management is contingent, I think. So what else can be the answer? Let's see. I got the answer, but let's then also check it out if I don't want you guys to tell the wrong answer. Where are the answers? No, this will be behind now. Forget it. First one was correct. Second one is contingent, correct. Management principles help in thoughtful decision making. They emphasize logic rather than blind faith. This statement describes the following point of significance of principle of management. So it's telling management principle help in thoughtful decision making. They emphasize logic rather than blind faith. This statement describes the following point of significance of principal management. So what does its significance? Fulfilling social responsibility, scientific decision, meeting changing environment requirement, utilization. So I think scientific decision, because we have already studied that management is scientifically based. So management principles provide ready-made solutions to managerial problems, guidelines for managerial examination. So I think both A and B. The effect of managerial principles varies from situation to situation. It is related to which characteristic of management principle. The effect of principle varies from situation to situation. It is related to which characteristics of management principle. Flexible, contingent, cause and effect, universal application. Situation to situation. I think contingent comes here again. Let's check. Yes. Was third and fourth correct? Third was correct, fourth was wrong. Fourth was guideline for managerial action. Okay, it is not a ready-made solution. Management principles are not ready-made solution for the managers. Principles of management are not applicable only in large organizations found by practice and experience of managers. Flexible contingent a application only for, because management is pervasive as we studied, so it's required in all the sectors and sizes or and scales of the organizations, different types of organization. Principles of management been developed have been developed on the basis of observation, experimentation, personal experience of the manager, all the above, because it's easy, everything was there. It's based on application, experimentation, and personalized application. Mrs. JK Messrs. JK Computer is a small organization engage in 1 minute, guys. I have sneeze. So, computer in this organization decision making rests with top management while the middle level management. 1 minute, guys. Sorry, guys, there was a disturbance, but Bhajan was going on, so you would get disturbed. So, let's continue. So, where were we? Yes. A small organization engaged in assembling of computer. In this organization, decision making rests with top management while the middle level is involved only implementation of plan. On the other hand, Progressive Computer Ltd, a large company where a number of people from each level are involved in the decision making process. The application of principle of centralization and decentralization is different from two organizations as situation in each enterprise is not same. So many behavioral. Which of the following is nature of principle of management? Flexible, I think. Let's check. Yeah, it's flexible, bro. There you go. That was exact. We finished our first round of quiz. That's so scientific management. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Scientific management developed by F.W. Taylor. Who is the F.W. Taylor? He was an industrial revolution factor, owners, and was a proud. So he is the father of scientific management. Okay, he is the father of scientific management. He developed scientific management as a solution to overcome rule of thumb. Okay, so he has management as a science theory. Contingent contribution of Taylor. Taylor published a book research paper with scientific view of industrial organization. From there, the principles of scientific management, like the contribution publishing, shop management, price rate system, and principles of management, scientific management. From there, his book started getting popular. Then the people got the ideas of scientific management. Because of that, he became father of scientific management. Okay, so the principle starts from here. There are in total 6 principles of scientific management. Science, not rule of thumb. According to the principle, Taylor insists to each job performed organization should be based on scientific inquiry, not on intuitions. See, it should be based on facts and truth. It should not be on assumptions or institutions. Okay, it should be perfect in the eyes of F.W. Taylor, because he always sees and management as in science, because it is performed as based on facts and universal validity. Yes. So he should it should not be on hit and trial experiments, and it should not be on experiment missed methods. So in order to reduce that, science not rule of thumb should be followed. Harmony, not discord, means those who work together in an organization must work in harmony, that is with mutual give and take and proper understanding. Okay, so it is telling that everyone should work in an equal environment, harmony. Everyone should be give everyone should be paid equally, everyone should be treated equally, everyone is equal in our organization, and no one everyone should be in a give and take relationship. So they should be understanding. So this is what F.W. Taylor tells. Cooperation, not individual. So what is telling? Everyone should cooperate with each other, and no one should bring his or her individual or personal uh, goals in between the organizational goal. First the organizational goal, and by achieving it the personal goal will be achieved automatically. Development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. The manager should manage them as their, like, providing them training, and their development will increase, and that will benefit the organization also by improving their efficiency, bringing out their efficiency and greatest effectiveness. This will may help in the businesses longer term growth and aspects also. Techniques of scientific management, functional foremanship. See, what does the techniques of our what does functional foremanship has? See, the factory managers. Functional foremanship mainly for the factory managers. Okay, so in factory manager there are two in charges: planning in charge, production in charge. Okay, in planning in charge they get route clerk, instruction and card clerk, time and cost clerk, disciplinarian. In production in charge, we get gang boss, speed boss, repair box, inspector. These all are workers. Okay, in functional foremanship. See, for the planning in charge, we can remember an term called DIRT, DIRT. Disciplinarian, instruction and card clerk, route clerk, time and cost clerk. Okay, and for the production in charges, we can keep GIRS, GIRS, gang boss, inspector, route, repair box, speed boss. Okay, it doesn't need to be in order always. The 8 functional aspects suggested by standardization and simplification of work. We have studied the dirt and GIS. Now we will study the standardization and methods of work. See, F.W. Taylor have given 3 methods of doing work, 3 methods of studies to do work. First is method study, finding the best way and technique to do management to perform management and do the best job, okay, with production in minimum cost and makes the use of resources maximum in efficient and effective, okay. Motion study includes the movement of putting people, putting objects, setting, changing positions, and are undertaken by particular scientific techniques. Motion study is like changing the direction of the machine or changing the route of the machine if it is coming in between, changing the play position of the machine. So in order to eliminate the time wastage in this, the motion study is used, how much motion is done in the factory and daily basis. Then we have time study. The time study is the study of time taken to do or job or perform a job, okay. So it's a time taken for perform a job or do a job in order to in order to perform in standardized objective and standardized job performance. The time study is done in order to how much person is taking a job in how much time. And there is a fourth study, which is last and final study, fatigue study. How much rest does the people need after doing certain work, certain time of work? How much does how much time does they because they will gain fatigue or they will need rest? How much rest will they need? How much time the rest will be needed? How much time the rest is not needed also, okay. So we have done with the part 2 of this. So let's see the advantages of scientific management. See, improves efficiency in the business, simplification and specialization, reducing production by all types of eliminating types of wastage, cost of production, okay, not production, decrease in price and enable to capture bigger share in market, mutual understanding and cooperation between workers and coordination, more training improves skill of the workers, enables worker to earn more, and introduction of different piece-based system. You know, na piece-based system is a system which enables worker to perform to get wage rate according to his or her performance. If he does according to his standard or objective or preferenced performance, he will get the salary discussed, and if he does below that he will get less, and if he does above that he will get more than that, okay. Then what do we have? Modern scientific techniques are operation research, lean manufacturing, kaizen, six sigma, just in time manufacturing. Many new scientific techniques are done. So new scientific techniques are operation research. It is developed by Second World War, optimize the deployment of war, okay. It is the development during World War to optimize the deployment of war. So more and more the people go, more and more the country will win. So that's like the operation research. Lean manufacturing reduces 7 wastages of overproduction, wasting time, transportation, processing, motion, inventory, scrap, and many manufacturing processes. Kaizen, it is the Japanese word which means change for better. Kaizen means change for better. It is the daily activity eliminates hard and difficult tasks by experimenting scientific method. Okay, so by doing scientific methods, it changes the hard and daily task into an easy task. Six Sigma. It refers the improvement of efficiency in reducing quality of variations. See, always variation is not good. Sometimes it's good, but it's always not good. It reduces the efficiency of the manufacturing and production. So that's why we should be more just Six Sigma. Just in time manufacturing, inventory management strategies to improve return and reduce cost. To manage the inventory, we can also make just in time manufacturing. Like when the order comes, we make the order and parcel it. It requires less storage and also it reduces the cost of dead stock. Okay, and return also. Technique of mental revolution is now we have question and answers. So clap for yourself. We have gotten here. Let's just go up. So I have already told you differential piecewise system. Then now we have question and answers. So let's study. Technique of mental revolution is based on the principle of technique of mental revolution. What is the technique of mental revolution based on? Okay, what is it based on? So harmony not discord, science not rule of thumb. The techniques of mental revolution is based on harmony not discord, science not rule of thumb, principles of resonance and authority. So the answer I know, but you should tell. Is it correct? Yes. You will be given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Then harmony not discord is the answer. Tyler believed that there was only one best method of to to maximize efficiency. This method can be developed through study and analysis. Identify the principle of scientific management being discussed above. Science not rule of thumb. Harmony not discord. Development of each and every person to his or her greater efficiency and prosperity. Cooperation not individual. I think C will be the answer. Let's see. Not correct. B is the answer. Science not rule of thumb. It develops the most efficient way. The technique of scientific management is given by Taylor, which aims to establish in interchangeability of manufacturing parts and production products is method study, establish interchange, different motion study, standardization, yeah, I got the answer. Yes, I was correct. It is. Let me double check. Was it correct or no? Yes, I was correct. Method study, motion study, standardization, differential piecewise system. Yes, standardization is the answer because it uh, it can be done by interchangeability of manufacturing and production parts. Taylor proposed a specialist from whom a worker will have to take orders from a part of technique of functional foremanship specified by him. Those worker technically mastered intelligent grit may be given dash work. Those with energy and good health may be assigned. I think planning and execution will be the answer. A. Yes, answer is A. The foreman responsible for quality of work is the foreman responsible for quality of work is repair boss, disciplinarian, inspector, gang boss. I think inspector is the answer. Yes, because it checks the quality of work done by each and every person or employee. The concept of mental revolution prescribed by Taylor involves a change of mindset. Mental revolution as prescribed by Taylor involves change of mindset in the set of worker towards management, management towards the workers, workers and management towards one another, from competition to cooperation. I think C will be the answer. Yes. Flavors of South is a famous chain of South Indian restaurants, believes in complete cooperation between labor and management. Its management encourages the employees for their constructive suggestions. They take the employees into confidence for all important decisions. Which principles of scientific management has been followed by Flavors of South? Science not rule of thumb, harmony not discord, cooperation not individual. Each and every person has a greatest. I think C will be the answer because they have involved everyone. So cooperation not individual. They have not provided individual. They have did cooperation in the question itself. It tells that cooperation is done. So let's see. Yeah, answer is correct. Principle of responsibility and authority insist on responsibility is greater than authority. Responsibility is greater when authority is greater, responsibility is also greater. I think authority is equal to responsibility. Let's see. Yes, we are correct. Authority is equal to responsibility. The dash technique proposed by Taylor proposed by Taylor aims to aims to eliminate unnecessary diversity of products. Motion study, standardization, simplification of differential. I think B, because standardization is exchange of goods, so it should be the, yeah. I am the correct answer. Yes. Then next, Somesh. Somesh works a foreman in Lakshmi Automotive Ltd, a company manufacturing cars. Is subordinate to Ramesh, who is production in charge in the factory. Somesh is in charge of timely accurate completion of job by the workers working in the production department. There are 3 other foremen who work under production in charge, while 4 other foremen work under the Naresh the planning in charge in the factory. Each 8 foreman is specialist in his area. Which technique of scientific management highlighted above is method study, differential PCI system, functional foremanship. Yes, functional foremanship. Functional foremanship is extension of division of work, unity of direction, unity of command. I think division of work. Yes. Uniformity in production can come by using following techniques of Taylor. Standardization, method study, simplification. Standardization, I think so. Yes. Rest intervals in the job are decided by fatigue study. Taylor called for complete mental revolution on the part of both management and workers. It meant that management and workers should transform their thinking. Management should share the gains of the company, if any. with the workers at the same time. Workers should work hard and be willing to embrace change for the good of the company. The principle of management highlighted above cooperation, not individual harmony, not the development of each. Their thinking management should share the gains of the company, if any, with the workers. At the same time, workers should share the hard work and willing to embrace each and every person to his or greatest efficiency. I think C will answer. Yeah, we are correct, guys. Harmony, not discord, is the answer. So we have finished the second round of quiz. Now let's go to again theory. Fayol's principles of management. That's the main point coming here. This is the main chapter. So let's study. Major contribution. He is the father of management studies and thrown out because management studies and thoughts. Okay. Who is the father of management studies and thoughts? Fayol. He is Henry Fayol. His name is Henry Fayol. He had given 14 principles of management which are very popular across the world. So let's study his principles of management. Division of work. According to this principle, the whole work must be divided into small tasks or units instead of assigning the whole work to one person. Okay. So the division of work should be done according to the whole, and it should be divided everyone. It should be divided among everyone in order to reduce their burden and increase their efficiency in doing the time. And it should be given according to their capabilities and experiences. Okay. Positive. What is the positive effect of division of work? Specialization improves efficiency. What it provides specialization, and then it improves efficiency in by sharing the work and not handling the work to themselves and doing it without resting. Okay. So this helps people to reduce their workload and concentrate more on their life also and company's objective also. Then we have authority and responsibility. What are the consequences of violation of this principle? If division of work is not done, lack of efficiency will be there. There will be no specialization in work. Chances of duplication of work can also be happened. Authority and responsibility. Authority means power to take decisions. Responsibility, obligation to complete the job assigned on time. Okay. According to the principle, there must be balance of priority between authority and negative results. Access of responsibility without matching authority will be not allow the worker to complete his job on time. An organization should build safeguard against misuse or abuse of managerial power. So it's telling that the people, the authority and responsibility should be always according to each other. Authority is equal to responsibility. So how much more is the authority, there how that much more will be the responsibility, and how much more the responsibility will be there, that much more will be the authority. Because if authority is more and the responsibility is less, the people will get tend to slack in the efficiency. And even if the responsibility is more, if a worker is having more responsibility, he's not having any credit or he's not having any authority to do that, then it's called wrong, it's called unfair, because he has been given a work which is more higher and he cannot do it, or he will do it but he is not being recognized in that authority. So what is the use of doing it? So that's the point. What are the positive effects of this principle? No misuse of authority, helps in meeting responsibility in time without any delay. Okay. What are the consequences if the authority, if the principle is not followed or violated? Delay in work, misuse of authority due to access of authority, overburden with the work with access of responsibility. Okay. Discipline, it refers to the following code of conduct, rules and regulation of the employment agreement. See, the when the employee joins, he will have to sign and like code of conduct or his employment contract. In that there will be a set of rules and regulations to be followed as an employee. So if he signs it, he is agreeing to those terms. Then the it should be followed a code of conduct which is written in the employment contract and regulation. What is the discipline required? Good superior at all levels, good superiors at all level. Okay. Clear and fair agreement among subordinates and superiors. What? Clear and fair agreement among subordinates and superiors. Meeting commitment at all level. What is it? Meeting all the commitments, all the promises done in the all level. Judicious application of penalties. See, it can be done by applications of penalties. It will help in the more reducing the fines. Positive effect of this principle is systematic working in the organization. The work will be done systematically without breaking any rules. Improves efficiency. It will improve efficiency because the rules are set to the good of the for the good of the organization and for the goodwill of the organization too. So which should be followed in order to maintain the nature of the business. Consequences if the principles are not followed or violated: disorder, everyone will be confused and chaos, wastage of resources in the absence of discipline, delay in work due to absence in rules and regulations. What is the unity of command? According to this principle, the employee should be received orders from one superior and should be accountable to one superior only, because if he is receiving orders from other and one superior, then he will continue and will not be able to understand whose orders to be executed first, and will be confused and felt this principle is violated. Then authorities to undetermined discipline or jeopardy, fail, order distributed and stability threatened. So what is it telling? See, the unity of command now. According to the principle unity of command, the principal and employee should receive the orders from one superior only, and it should be accountable for superior only, because if he is receiving orders, he will be confused. More orders, more the confusion will increase from different people. One will tell to go that side, one will tell to go opposite side, one will completely tell not to do both things and go on one specific thing. So he will get confused. So everyone should follow only one boss, like not each and every person should follow only one boss, not everything with everyone. Positive effects, what are these? Was it no confusion in the mind of the subordinate, no ego clashes, improves effectiveness in working. What if it violated? Confusion in the mind of employee, Subordinate will get a chance to escape his responsibility by giving excuses that I have given this work, I will do this, and then he will tell other one that I am giving this, so I will not do this. So that's what. Ego clashes among different superiors. Then then we will have difficulty in maintaining discipline from different superiors. Difficulty in maintaining discipline from different superiors.